What's up, everybody? My name is LexC. Welcome to the hot take. Today's hot take is rappers be broke for real. Let me explain. I'm thinking about situations where I saw a video of Glorilla performing at some festival. I don't know what festival it was, but she was performing and she had some shades on and she threw the shades out into the audience and someone caught them and they were expecting to be able to keep the shades. But then somebody from Glorilla's team went down and found the person who caught the shades and got the shades back from that fan. And there was a whole discussion about it on Twitter, and somebody pointed out, because I don't think a lot of people know this, that a lot of times these artists are renting their outfits, they're renting their looks, or they're borrowing it. They don't really have the money to be spending on all these clothes and these outfit changes and these accessories and this drip. They don't really have the money. They have loans. They are borrowing, okay? And rappers be broke for real. Rappers don't really be having the money. Artists don't really be having the money, especially newer artists. They don't really have the money that a lot of people fantasize about having, thinking that they're going to have when they reach this mainstream success. Reaching the mainstream success is just the beginning, but all of that groundwork that you did to reach that mainstream success, you're going to have to do 10x, 100x, okay? Maurice Beats says house be rented. The house be rented, the cars be on lease, or if they're not renting the house, they're living in a label appointed home, like a label apartment, a label house, and the rent for that is coming out of their advance. They have to pay for that out of their artist budget a lot of times, okay? So I just thought it was funny with the whole Glorilla thing. People didn't realize that a lot of artists don't buy their clothes. A lot of these things are on loan. They're being lent to the artist. Even for me, I've had my experience with it, and actually I switched up getting a stylist because it was just too expensive. I would be paying to borrow clothes and I could have spent the same amount or less amount of money going to the mall and buying the outfit outright. So getting clothes styled and borrowing these outfits, it's expensive, okay? When you're on the level that Glorilla is on, a lot of times people want the exposure of having their designs and their clothes worn by a mainstream big name artist. So a lot of times these people will get the bags, the shoes, the clothes, the shades, the accessories, the cars, the dresses. They'll get these things for free in exchange for exposure, in exchange for bringing awareness to whatever brand they're wearing at the time. But don't get it twisted. A lot of your favorite artists, especially the ones just starting out, they don't have it like that. And I'm kind of glad that this veil is being pierced and people think that being major is all it's cracked up to be. It's not. It's a lot y'all don't know about the industry, especially if you're not actively pursuing this as a career path. It's a lot of BS y'all don't know about. It's smoke and mirrors, and it's all about building a perception. And for an artist to look larger than life, we borrowing clothes, we taking them back, they're on loan. I think I want this to the front actually. What else was I gonna say? They're on loan. We ain't got the money for it like that, you know. I just finished my Toni Braxton book, and she admitted that designers would send things for free, but you don't get to keep that stuff. And so now I want to segue into talking about G Herbo. This is another point of why rappers don't be having it like that. And again, I'm very late on these topics, but I'm pre-recording these and sending them out so I can try to stay consistent with my content. It is 4:50. I might not get this out in time for a 5:30 deadline, but hey, it's okay. So the next point I want to get into, right? Rappers be broke for real. I want to talk about G Herbo. A few months ago, this is back in July, I think, I found this article directly from the horse's mouth. This is from the United States Attorney's Office, the District of Massachusetts, and it says, Chicago rapper G Herbo pleads guilty to role in nationwide fraud conspiracy and making false statements. Defendant responsible for nearly $140,000 in victim losses, which he used to fund 4 private jet charters, a luxury villa in Jamaica, and exotic car rentals. And now I want to share this tweet that I found from 202 Natalie. Y'all asking why G Herbo would do wire fraud. These rappers are not rich like y'all think they are. A lot of them are not clearing the money they portray to online. They're broke like Ish too. No money, fake designer, living paycheck to paycheck. The music industry is tough just like everything else. Rappers have to stop keeping up with the Joneses, and these labels need to stop robbing their artists who they know were poor when they found them for the little money they make. Just a nasty, repetitive cycle. But free Herbo because he's sexy and sexy ninjas deserve to be free. Okay, whatever, girl. We're going to shut you down on that one. But she said a mouthful right there, and she is correct. She is correct. These rappers, these artists do not have it like a lot of people think they do. Part of the scheme of things with labels is to sell a lifestyle, sell an imagery that looks fun, it looks grandeur, it looks rich, it looks prosperous, but really the artists are not living that life. Matter of fact, they sign a contract agreeing to portray whatever image that the label told them to portray, no matter how detrimental it is to people's mental health, no matter how detrimental it is to people feeling like they're failing or they're not moving as quickly or as far along as other people. And I fall into that trap as well, because as an artist, I look at the way the female artists look in the industry, and I don't fit that starter pack. I don't have the BBL. I don't wear long bust down wigs past my butt with the center part and the ridiculous baby hairs touching my eyebrows. I don't have the crazy eyelashes. I don't wear the big long nails. Like, I have natural nails. My nails are naturally like this. Very pretty, I think. I don't wear acrylics because them things hurt and they're actually really bad for my natural nail. My nails were the least healthy when I was wearing acrylics consistently. But I don't look like what these mainstream women look like. So I'm looking at myself like, dang, is this the caricature? Is this the imagery I'm gonna have to step into to be taken seriously in the industry? Just to not make the money that I wanna make? Just to get the wrong attention in the industry and be told that I have to over-sexualize myself to sell my music? And then having a hard time selling the music because we're in an era of streaming where nobody's getting paid like that, and you gotta pay to get streams, and the money that you put into the promotion and marketing, you're not breaking even when it comes to these streaming numbers. The label is retaining most of the profit from these streams. The artist is getting scraps, crumbs. Not even scraps, we're getting crumbs, you know? So yeah, artists and these rappers do not have it like that. It's not hard to believe that G Herbo would be caught up in scamming, in a wire fraud. A lot of your favorite rappers, they don't have it like that. And that's my hot take on that. Y'all need to be careful with idolizing people's lifestyles. You're idolizing people who are living on credit or scamming, or they're living paycheck to paycheck just like you. They just want you to think that they're better than you. And a lot of times they're not. Some of them are, but a lot of times, no. Especially when they try too hard to make it seem like their lifestyle is so much better than everybody else. And especially if they rap about it. Because something I've come to learn, a truth that I've come to realize as I grow older and wiser, people who are truly happy and content with their lives, they're usually the quietest in the room. They're usually not even online. They're not making noise. The loudest people, the people that you see the most, the flashiest people, they have a lot to prove because there's nothing behind that facade. It's shallow underneath that shell. Okay? Maurice Beats asks, did you do album sales yet, from digital sale to CD sales? I don't understand what you're asking. We've been doing physical and digital sales the whole time. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this topic, and has you had your bubble burst on some of your favorite rappers? I'm not a fan of G Herbo like that, or Glorilla, so I don't follow their music. But if you've seen some of my other hot takes, and if you just listen to me on how I rant on my Lex chat sometimes, you'll see that I'm not a big fan of this music. I'm not buying the music, so they not getting my money. But yeah, let me know what you think about this topic, what you think about this hot take. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below if you are watching on YouTube. If you are listening on a podcast platform, then tell me what you think about this episode by leaving a review, and please give me 5 out of 5 stars because that really helps. But thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Lexi. Until next time, peace. Outside.